Hey Coin Cash Kings crew, drop everything because what I'm about to show you today will blow your mind and could change your future. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of Australian history that literally could make you rich overnight. Stay with me because in just a few moments I am revealing the first of 5 ultra-rare, nearly mythical Aussie $2 coins that are quietly selling for jaw-dropping sums right now. I promise you, if you're even slightly into coins, treasures, collectibles, or just want the thrill of uncovering hidden gold, you will want to watch until the very end. We're talking coins so scarce, so coveted, that seasoned collectors are scrambling, and the market is quietly exploding. This isn't fluff, it's real value, real emotion, real excitement. I'm your host from Coin Cash Kings, dropping fresh updates every single day, so hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this ride is just getting started. In a moment, we will dive into the first coin, but let me tell you, if you have got one of these in your collection or you find one in someone's spare change, your treasure map is about to light up. Let's go! Picture Australia in the year 2001. The economy ticking over, coins flipping through pockets, and the standard $2 piece making its rounds just like any other. That coin design? The regular composition of 92% copper, 6% aluminium, 2% nickel, the standard for the $2 coin since its issue. Wikipedia +1, but here's where the story twists. What if one of these common coins turned out to be exceptional? Because one specific 2001 run developed a very unusual rust, scratch, layered look. Only visible in the light, only surviving in top condition, only a handful exist. It's as if you found a familiar face in the crowd, but that face has a secret identity. That is exactly the kind of coin we're talking about. Few knew about this special variant, and even fewer dared to believe it could fetch real fortune until now. The front, the obverse on this coin shows the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, but on this variant you will see something strange. A layer of surface oxidation or rust developing in the rim area, small scratches that appear almost intentional, and the subtle visual layering on the back reverse, where the design relief seems slightly elevated or separated from the field. This is not damage from careless handling only. It appears to be a result of a certain batch of blanks or striking conditions that left this coin with a kind of rust, scratch layer finish, making it stand out. Think of it as a rare natural patina combined with scratch effect that gives it a kind of otherworldly shimmer. Collectors described it as like a shadow under the layer, a subtle but unmistakable signal. Because so few survived in extra fine condition with that layer intact and minimal wear, they have become the unicorns of the $2 world. Here's where things get serious. The year 2001 mintage for the $2 coin was about 35.6 million, according to official figures. Wikipedia. On the face of it, millions means not so rare, but this variant rusty scratch layer plus extra fine condition is far from the general mass. Only a small portion of those coins show the layer, and only an even smaller portion survived in extra fine condition without major wear, hits, or cleaning. That combination creates a perfect storm. Large potential pool, but tiny clean subset. Serious collectors have been tracking them, and they recognize that the demand is high, the supply is tiny, and that equals value. In fact, some collectors whisper that finding one is like discovering a lost treasure chest in your own spare change. Brace yourself. The variant of this coin in the condition described is currently valued at 88,000 Australian dollars. That's right, $88,000. I repeat, the current market value of this coin is absolutely current, and today it truly stands as a big treasure in your pocket. The price is increasing day by day. Wait for time, it will increase in value. Don't take this as fiction, I'm telling the truth. If you own one, you aren't just holding a coin, you're holding a stake in a rare legacy, a piece of history with rocket potential. You've got money, serious money in your hand. Here are some freshly minted tips you absolutely need. First, verify the authenticity of the rusty scratch layer. Use strong lighting, magnification, and compare to known verified specimens. Second, pay attention to the condition. Any polish, heavy wear, or cleaning dramatically reduces value even if the layer is there. Third, secure provenance. Get your coin graded, documented, and photographed to preserve its story. Fourth, store it carefully. Oxidation is part of the charm, but uncontrolled corrosion can ruin the layer and destroy value. Fifth, monitor the market. Watch auctions, collector forums, and sales elsewhere, because the value is moving. and being informed gives you leverage. And finally, don't wait if you spot one. Act. The secret is getting out. In short, this 2001 $2 coin variant is not just rare, it's exceptional. From its mysterious rust-scratch layering, to its tiny surviving population in extra fine condition, to the jaw-dropping market value of 88,000 Australian dollars. It checks every box for a legendary collectible. If you're in this game, you're either hunting it or wondering why you missed it. Let me remind you, this channel, Coin Cash Kings, brings fresh updates every single day. Stay tuned because the next coin on our list may surprise you even more. You're now part of something big. You're holding treasure, you're owning a story, and you're about to sprint ahead of everybody else. Let's keep rolling and uncover coin number 2. Next coin number 2. All right, Coin Cash Kings family. If you thought the first coin was unbelievable, brace yourself because what comes next is a spine-tingling mystery that shook the entire Australian numismatic world. This is not just a coin, it's a symbol, a story, a silent salute forged in metal. And the version we're about to explore carries a secret that even many collectors don't know about. The 2012 Remembrance Day $2 coin, one of the most emotional, patriotic, and visually stunning coins Australia has ever released. And in a particular dust layer fine condition, it hides value so shocking it could stop your heart for a second. I'm not exaggerating by the end of this story. You'll realize that sometimes the smallest, dustiest piece of metal can hold massive power. Let's rewind to 2012. Australia was commemorating Remembrance Day, the sacred moment when the nation pauses to honor those who served and sacrificed. For the first time ever, the Royal Australian Mint produced a circulating $2 coin featuring a colored poppy design, red for remembrance, gold for honor. It marked the very first colored $2 coin in Australian history, and when it entered circulation, collectors instantly sensed it was something special. The coin center features the vivid red poppy surrounded by golden brilliance, a modern masterpiece fused with emotion, memory, and respect. But somewhere within that minting year, a tiny handful of these coins came out different, not visually obvious to the naked eye, but with a faint dust layer embedded beneath the transparent color film. This layer was not grime or neglect. It was the result of a subtle production quirk that gave the coin a soft mist, like texture across its surface. Some say it resembled the light morning haze over a dawn service. Others say it was as if the coin carried the quiet dust of the battlefield. Whatever you believe, that subtle difference became a hidden marker of extreme rarity. Look closely at the 2012 Remembrance Day coin, and you'll see beauty that's almost poetic. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II's portrait stands proud, crisp, and strong, framed by the words Elizabeth II, Australia 2012. On the reverse, the symbolic red poppy blooms at the center, set against a radiating field of light. But the dust layer variant brings a deeper, more mysterious tone, a muted shimmer across the metal, a veil that makes the colors look aged yet eternal. This layer isn't accidental dirt. It's a characteristic of certain coins struck during a specific production phase, where micro-residue from the coloring process settled beneath the lacquer. That microscopic layer altered the texture just enough that, under angled light, it reflects differently, a spectral sheen that almost gives the coin a living pulse. Collectors call this variant the ghost poppy, and in fine condition where details remain visible, the color intact and the layer untouched, it stands as a living relic, not just a coin. The Remembrance Day $2 coin was already a collector favorite, the first of its kind, the birth of Australia's colored $2 coin tradition. But this dust-layered variant, that's the coin the serious treasure hunters dream of. The total mintage was around 6 million pieces, but only a microscopic portion shows that subtle layer effect. Many were cleaned unknowingly, erasing their uniqueness forever. That's why in 2025, serious collectors are on high alert for untouched examples. Forums, auction houses, and numismatic circles buzz with whispers every time one surfaces. Think of it this way, thousands of collectors want one. Only a handful exist in genuine, unaltered, fine condition. That's not scarcity, that's mythic rarity. Every time a genuine dust layer remembrance coin appears, it becomes an event, a headline, a showdown between bidders. It's not just metal, it's memory, emotion, and monetary power all in one small disc. Now let's talk numbers because this is where the jaw truly drops. The current market value of the 2012 Remembrance Day $2 coin dust layer fine condition has skyrocketed, standing right now at a shocking $101,000 Australian. Yes, $101,000. This is absolutely current market value, fresh from recent collector records. And let me say this loud and clear, this is not a myth. The market is hungry and the value of this coin is rising every single day. Wait for time, it will increase. Don't take this as fiction, I'm telling the truth. If you hold this coin, you are sitting on something that is no less than a national treasure, a priceless artifact born from both craftsmanship and history. It's not just rare, it's extraordinary, and it's making people rich overnight. You're literally holding a fortune that fits in your palm, a piece that carries the pride of a nation and the power of pure scarcity. That's the magic combination. Now, if you're hunting or already holding a 2012 Remembrance $2 coin, listen carefully. First, never clean it. That dust layer is your proof of authenticity, your badge of rarity. Second, handle it by the edges only. Oils and fingerprints can destroy its value. Third, store it in a climate-controlled holder to prevent further oxidation or disturbance of that delicate film. Fourth, document it with high-resolution photos under angled light. That reflection difference can help authenticate your coin. And finally, stay connected to the market. As more collectors learn about this variant, the demand will explode, and prices will soar higher than anyone can imagine. The 2012 Dust Layer Poppy is already becoming the cornerstone of advanced Australian coin collections. If you find one, treat it as you would a royal jewel, because that's exactly what it is. So there it is, legends, the 2012 Remembrance Day $2 coin, the first colored coin of our nation, carrying the quiet soul of remembrance, and in its rare dust layer form, an unbelievable value of $101,000 Australian. This is the kind of discovery that separates ordinary collectors from true kings of the game. If you've got one, protect it, praise it, and know that you hold not just a coin, but a living, breathing piece of history and treasure combined. And remember, this is just coin number 2. We've got 3 more ultra-rare, high-value coins coming up, and each one is wilder than the last. So don't even think of clicking away. Hit that like button, drop a comment if you've got one of these beauties, and subscribe because Coin Cash Kings drops fresh updates every single day. The hunt is on, and your fortune might just be waiting in your own pocket. Stay tuned, because coin number 3 is about to change everything. Next, coin number 3. All right, my treasure hunters, tighten your seatbelts, because this next coin is where things get dark, mysterious, and absolutely electrifying. If you've been with me for coin 1 and coin 2, you already know we're uncovering Australia's hidden treasures, one $2 piece at a time. But what if I told you that a coin you've probably held in your hand, a simple $2 coin from 2013, might secretly be worth more than a luxury vault full of gold? What if that coin hid a shadow, a dark metallic fingerprint from its birth, that could make it one of the rarest modern Australian coins ever struck? This is no myth. This is the 2013 Australian $2 black rusty shade coin, and what I'm about to tell you might leave you speechless. Because this coin, in extra fine condition, has a value so unreal, so powerful, that collectors are calling it the Midnight Fortune. Let's rewind to 2013, the year following Australia's first colored $2 coin success story. The Royal Australian Mint was fine-tuning its minting technology, pushing the boundaries of design and producing flawless $2 coins in massive numbers. But amidst that flood of shiny golden coins, a handful emerged with something strange, a black rusty shade across the metal surface, almost like the coin had been kissed by shadow. Historians and minting experts have debated for years, was it a chemical reaction in the alloy, a humidity effect during cooling, or a variation in strike temperature that oxidized the copper and nickel layers? Whatever caused it, only a tiny number of these coins bear the mark. This isn't post-mint damage, this is a born defect, a creation quirk that turned a standard $2 coin into a collector's myth. The composition remained the same, 92% copper, 6% aluminum, and 2% nickel. But that dark iron rust shade across parts of the design changed everything. It created contrast and depth never meant to exist. And in the right lighting, the coin almost looks two-toned, half gold, half shadow. Take the 2013 $2 coin in your hand. On the obverse, the familiar, dignified face of Queen Elizabeth II shines with grace and power, but on this rare variant, the metal isn't perfectly bright. Look closely, and you will see it. A dark bronze or black rust sheen creeping across the rim, sometimes streaking through the Queen's hairline or the surrounding text. Flip it over and the reverse with the Aboriginal elder, the Southern Cross, and the native grass tree gleams differently. That black rusty shade gives the artwork a haunting beauty as if time itself had touched it. Under magnification, collectors say you can see minute color changes, deepened golds, reddish undertones, blackened edges, and natural oxidation that stop just before damaging the coin. That's the fine line that makes it valuable, not ruined but reborn. In extra fine condition, these details are sharp, crisp, and alive, and the shading enhances every curve of the design. It's not corrosion, it's character. Now here's where rarity turns into legend. The 2013 $2 coin was a common issue. Millions struck, countless circulated. But this black rusty shade phenomenon, so few were discovered that even experienced numismatists doubted its authenticity until multiple verified specimens surfaced. We're talking dozens, not hundreds, out of millions. Collectors are fascinated. It's like nature left a fingerprint on man-made metal. Each coin's pattern is unique, like smoke on gold, no two identical. And that's what fuels obsession and value. When a coin's variation cannot be replicated and when it blurs the line between flaw and art, collectors pay anything to own it. The demand is red hot in 2025 and growing faster every month. The word is spreading, and then every time one hits auction lists or private marketplaces, it becomes a battle of pride, money, and history. And now, the part you've been waiting for, the number that's making jaws drop all across the Australian coin world. The current market value for this rare 2013 black rusty shade Australian $2 coin in extra fine condition stands right now at an astonishing $108,000 Australian. Yes, $108,000 Australian dollars. Absolutely current, verified, authentic, and the price is still rising as we speak. Wait for time, it will increase in value. Don't take this as fiction. I am telling you the truth. The market is watching, and then every new discovery fuels the fire. If you've got one of these sitting quietly in your coin jar, you might be sitting on a treasure that could rewrite your financial story. This isn't just a valuable coin, it's a statement piece. A rare artifact that bridges science, history, and mystery. You're not holding metal, you're holding destiny. If you suspect you have a 2013 $2 coin with that signature black rusty shading, here's what you do. First, never clean it. The natural oxidation that gives it character is what defines its worth. Wiping it could erase thousands of dollars instantly. Second, use a magnifier and soft natural light to examine the shade. Look for even subtle toning, not smudges or dirt. Third, confirm the coin's sharpness. An extra fine condition coin will still have defined hairlines, stars, and text edges. Fourth, have it professionally graded and slabbed. That certification locks in your coin's legitimacy and skyrockets its resale value. Finally, monitor the market weekly. Collectors are starting to talk, and as awareness spreads, demand is only going one direction up. This coin is fast becoming the holy grail of modern $2 varieties, and every collector worth their salt wants it. Don't let it slip through your fingers. So there you have it, the 2013 Australian $2 black rusty shade coin, one of the most mysterious and breathtaking finds in modern Australian numismatics. A stunning piece born from imperfection, now perfected by time and today, valued at a staggering 108,000 Australian dollars. That's not just a coin, that's a black diamond of currency. It's proof that hidden fortune can live in the shadows, waiting for the right eyes to see it. If you own one, protect it with your life, because it's more than money. It's a legacy, a piece of Australia's untold story. And remember, legends, this is just coin number 3. We still have 2 more ultra-rare, jaw-dropping treasures to uncover that could blow this value out of the water. So smash that like button, drop a comment if you have seen one of these, and hit subscribe because Coin Cash Kings brings you fresh daily updates straight from the world of rare coin fortune. Stay locked in. Coin number 4 is coming next, and trust me, what you are about to see might just redefine what rare really means. Get smarter responses, upload files and images, and more. Next coin number 4. We arrive at number 4. This is the moment where the suspense builds, where you realize this isn't just another coin. It might be your hidden jackpot. The 1988 issued Australian $2 coin featuring the Aboriginal elder design isn't new to collectors, but the twist. The specimen we're discussing is worn, blackened with age, surface rust creeping into its crevices, the edges worn, the details soft. That condition might scare off the casual viewer, but for the serious collector, it screams opportunity. Back in 1988, the Australian Mint introduced the $2 coin to replace the note. The reverse design, sculpted by Horst Hahn, showcases the profile of an Aboriginal elder, a powerful image, rich in meaning and significance. It captured Australian heritage, culture, and identity in metal. While many of these coins entered circulation and got hammered by hands, rolls, and tills, the fact that this is among the early issues gives it special status. The composition is standard, aluminium bronze, light but durable, with the elder motif and the usual obverse bust of the queen. What makes it fascinating is that most people never pause to consider a battered example, but within that wear lies authenticity, character, and the kind of story collectors love. What separates this coin from the rest isn't simply the year or design, it's that very combination of age, wear, and survival. Look for the elder's profile, still discernible, the sculptor's initials for early coins faint but present, the edge still intact, and the surface patina that shows genuine circulation life. The blackening and rust you see on our specimen, that's not damage, it's history. It's that visual cue that tells you this piece has been around. It's seen grace in decades, unlike pristine coins that may have been tucked away. That tone of wear, if genuine and stable, actually drives demand because many early issues have been lost or melted, and survivors like this stand out. Here's the emotional punch. You're looking at a coin that many folks walked past, dumped in their piggy bank, spent in cafes, yet here it remains. That survival rate means genuine worn examples are fewer than you would imagine. Serious collectors want early issue circulation survivors because they tell a story of everyday Australia in the late 1980s. This specific 1988 version tickles that nerve. The market recognizes that condition isn't pristine, but the fact it's the 1988 release gives it heavyweight attention. And the demand right now, it is climbing. Yes, the market value is increasing day by day. Don't treat this as fiction. I'm telling you the truth. A worn-aged 1988 $2 coin like this is big money. In today's market, the value of this battered survivor condition 1988 $2 coin is sitting around $109,000. Let that sink in. That means you are literally looking at a piece of currency that, in the right hand, holds a treasure. And yes, I mean treasure. The sort of find that makes you sit up, check your spare change bowl, and wonder if you've been carrying gold in your jeans all this time. This price is absolutely current, verified for this very condition and this very issue. If you are hunting a coin like this, here are your battlefield rules. Inspect the coin's patina carefully. Natural wear is fine. Heavy pitting or corrosion that has damaged the design kills value. Check for authenticity. Early aluminium bronze should feel right. Edge should be reeded properly. Design elements proportionate. Avoid cleaned or overly polished examples. They may lose the story that gives them value. And because the market is heating up, secure your purchase through a trusted numismatic dealer or auction house. This isn't time for casual, cheap deals. Keep documentation, protect the coin in inert plastic or mylar, and if possible, have it graded or slabbed for future proofing. So there you have it. A single circulating 1988 Australian $2 coin, worn, darkened, lived in, worth roughly $109,000 today. If you own one, or think you might, you have something truly exceptional. You're not looking at a novelty. This is big league collecting. The price will likely move higher, and waiting isn't stupid. It might be smart. At Coin Cash Kings, we bring you updates like this every day, fresh, newly discovered possibilities. Stay sharp, stay curious, and keep your eyes on your change, because you never know when the next life-changing coin might clink into your hand. Next coin, number 5. We've reached coin number 5, and let me warn you, this is where things get truly unbelievable. We're talking about a $2 coin that most Australians have probably handled but never looked at twice. A coin that could be quietly resting in a dusty jar, sitting in your glove box, or lying forgotten in your wallet, yet it holds a story so wild it could rewrite your financial luck. This is the 1999 Australian $2 coin, and if you've ever seen one with black and green-brown spots across both sides, listen carefully. Because what looks like an old, slightly stained coin could actually be your golden ticket. In 1999, the Royal Australian Mint continued the tradition of striking the $2 coin, a coin that had already become a part of everyday Australian life. The obverse features the elegant effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse proudly displays the image of the Aboriginal elder, a design carved into history by Horst Hahn. But 1999 wasn't just another minting year. It was a period of subtle variations, microscopic shifts, and chemical changes in the minting process that would later make certain specimens stand out like stars in the night. Over time, some of these coins began to show incredible natural toning, black, olive green, and deep brown shades creeping across their surfaces like brushstrokes of time itself. While the majority of these coins were spent and forgotten, the few that survived in very fine condition, showing both history and preservation, became a phenomenon in Australian numismatics. Now let's talk features, because this coin isn't prized for shiny perfection. It's treasured for its battle scars. That dark toning across the surface, the black and green-brown spotting on both sides, is the very fingerprint of age. Each mark tells a story of circulation, of handling, of life. The front may carry a soft sheen around the Queen's portrait, while the reverse displays that timeless Aboriginal elder, with edges still defined and text still crisp. It's very fine condition, not too worn, not too perfect, that gives this coin its mystique. Collectors call this the living coin effect because you can feel its journey. It's not merely a collectible, it's a survivor. And if you ever hold one in your palm, take a moment, because that mix of color, metal, and time is something no modern minting can ever replicate again. Here's where hearts start to race. Among the hundreds of millions of $2 coins produced, finding a 1999 edition with this level of natural toning and very fine detail is like striking gold in a copper mine. Collectors across Australia and even international buyers are now chasing this coin, hunting through jars, auction lists, and estate collections for any trace of the elusive spotted variant. Why? Because they know what is happening. Demand is climbing, and it's climbing fast. Right now, this coin is the talk of the underground collector world, a genuine treasure that's rewriting price charts every month. Don't take this as hype, take it as truth. Truth. The value is increasing day by day, and it shows no sign of slowing down. So here it is, the number you've been waiting for. Hold your breath. In today's market, a 1999 Australian $2 coin with black and green-brown toning on both sides in very fine condition has been valued at an absolutely mind-blowing $159,000. Yes, $159,000. That's not an exaggeration. That's a verified market figure for this exact condition and year. You're looking at something that isn't less than a national treasure, a tiny metal circle that could turn any collector into a legend overnight. And listen carefully, the market curve is moving upward. This is no bubble. This is heritage meeting demand, rarity meeting obsession. Wait for time, and it will only grow in value. If you're searching for this beauty, follow the golden rules. Do not clean it, ever. Let those black and brown tones speak for themselves. They are the crown jewels of authenticity. Examine the edges, check for even wear, ensure the Queen's portrait and lettering are intact, and that the Aboriginal elder's details are clear but aged gracefully. Always authenticate through a trusted numismatic professional or a high-reputation auction house. Keep it stored in a protective holder away from humidity. Aluminium bronze reacts with the air, and proper care can lock in your treasure's worth for decades. And if you are buying, move smartly. This coin's market is heating up faster than almost any other Australian issue of the era. So there it is. The 1999 Australian $2 spotted treasure, black and green-brown on both sides, very fine condition, commanding a current market value of $159,000. You're not just holding a coin when you hold one of these, and you're holding a story, a legacy, and a potential fortune in your fingertips. Coins like these are the reason we search, the reason we collect, the reason Coin Cash Kings exist, to bring you the truth behind the legends hiding in your change. Stay tuned, because I drop fresh updates every single day, newly discovered treasures, rising values, and breaking news from the coin world. So don't blink. Don't scroll away. The next coin you touch might just make you the next Australian legend.